Hello, everyone. Just wanted to say a few words about Lyme. We got bed on bit right here. It was February. We've been it's been about a week. I just got some new tincture from Great Capes Herbs. Their Lyme, 2 going to the doctors. I went to 4 doctors up here in the state and got turned down by all 4 of them. Non-believers, if you're listening and you've already been through this, I've only been through 4 doctors, and I know I've seen a lot of videos where most of you guys have been ridiculous. 7, 10, 12, 15 doctors before you find the right one. This Dr. Horowitz, I've been watching his videos for quite a while on the Delmarva Lyme Association. And I really can't understand, if he knows everything he does, why he don't put clinics in the states where this stuff is burning it up. I mean, I would think a small investment, they could get some good people together. He can train them how to find this and treat it. But I just wanted to talk about the miserable past couple of days, been about 4 days, totally drained of everything. I don't even feel like cooking. And I try to lay down and sleep during the day, you know, like take a nap, but we still got a lot of snow here. So you got, I don't know if you can see. See a lot of snow up there. And it's melting. And it's just start bringing them in again. I checked my property for signs of mice, and I got traps and some raid out there. And because a friend of mine says they're the number 1 carriers. I have nothing in the house. I got traps set all in the house, and I don't get them in the house. They're not in the house. And so it's just been a real tough week. You know, it was I've been a traveling man for quite some time, and I decided to come up here and spend a couple of years, be a little closer to the family, and then go back out RVing. But it's been very difficult 4 years for me here, and we've been dealing with this now since I've been here. I've had numerous bites walking around a lot of these houses that we were looking at to buy. You know, the grass was tall. You could see where the deer bedded down, and pulling them off me back then. And so it's been really trying. This fog that comes in, it's pretty gross stuff, as a lot of people know. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you really should maybe look at a couple of Lyme videos from people. My experience with Lyme was something of that nature. You really might be surprised over and over and over and over again. Fatigue, joint pain, and the fog. And you know, as you see in my other videos, they were on the the stairway up to feeling as bad as I have now today. And you can see, like, concentration was a little bit of a problem, staying on topic and all that. which a little disappointing, but got some good people like the videos. So I was sitting here, and I got a lot of stuff to do. I got a problem going on in my vehicle, and we got the service manuals, we got everything we need, but just to get motivated to go out there and try to straighten that out. Overall, just really feel like crap, and I wanted to make a record of it. I'm not trying to prove anything to anyone. All I'm trying to share is my experience with this. It's a bioweapon. I don't care what any doctor says. I really don't. At this point, this is a bioweapon. This stuff is so hard to get out of the human being system, and it's remarkable that my dog gets so sick here, and I can go down there and in 12 minutes he's got a blood test, tell you positive or negative, and so. I really have a tough time understanding all that Greek words and all them big words, Barilla and the Spirapete, whatever they call it. He had trouble last year, and a good vet, real good vet. And we ran it out of my dog. I think we tested in about 4 weeks, 5 weeks. And it was gone. That was vitamin C, but a good what was the name of that? Blue Bonnet. Let me get the name for you, because some of you that might be suffering from this might find some help. Yeah, Blue Bonnet. We put up what we did was we put up one every 15 minutes, and it won't hurt the dog. From what I was told, I'm not a doctor. I'm only sharing experience here. So, if you go hurt yourself, go tell someone who cares. Go tell Donnie Trump. Anyway, we put him on this, and within 4 weeks. Now, what it did was you got to watch his stool, and when the stool really gets softened up, then you got to back off a little bit. And I think I was doing about 3,000 milligrams a day for, I think it was like 10 days, and it took it right out of him. I wish the other crap that was in there, we could nail it down. But I think where I'm getting at with this is testing. There's no test for this for humans. And I don't know if anyone out there has got a Lyme dog test and a syringe, clean syringe, and some folks that could check that out, see if it works. That'd be quite interesting. I find it hard to believe you can test a dog that quick, or a cat. And we are just so caveman on humans, and it's well known. And all I can say is, if you're gonna go see a doctor for this, whether you get health insurance or not, you got to pay for it. And when I go see a doctor, I have to have serious problem. I've been rattlesnake bit. 3rd-degree burn here. I didn't go to no doctor. Ain't going to no doctor for nothing. But I went for this, and it was quite disappointing. So my suggestion to you is if you're going to make an appointment, especially if you got to pay for it, go to Delmarva Lyme Association, Delmarva, I forgot what it was, and see if they got a listing in a state of doctors that are really, really on the ball. And if you can't get that, I would suggest you call your doctor and ask him or her how they treat Lyme. And if the fool says CDC, I won't waste my time. I already learned my lesson. The CDC's throwing us under a bus. And not to get hysterical on all this, but there is a thing called Agenda 21, and it's a population reduction. You go to the Georgia Guidestones. Nobody knows, the way I understand it, nobody knows who put them up. They're on every language on the planet. They're big stones, and they tell the reduction in population of the world down to 500 million people. And that's it. That's 2021. And this stuff really has affected a lot of people worse than I did. I got a lot of joint pain. I got a lot of fatigue. And then the fog. Those are my three biggest complaints. If it wasn't for the fog, I could probably deal with the joint pain. But the fog is pretty nasty. And the fatigue ain't no better. You know, I grow vegetables here, and I don't even have anything started. I'm not motivated to even get anything started. Part of that, to be fair, is the chemtrail summer we had last year. It was horrible here. Horrible. My tobacco, my peppers, my corn, my sunflowers, they all suffered really, really bad here. And I got, this is to the east. I got trees here and a hill. And then this is to the west, and I got trees here. So my 6 hour of sunlight is very important. And it wasn't just basic clouds coming in and, you know, cloudy summer days and yada, yada, yada. It was chemtrails. So that took a lot out of me. So right now, I'm not even motivated to do a garden. You know, I hope that changes. I hope this won't last. This won't last too long.